Right. This is episode number 6, I believe, of Doki Doki. Anyways, last episode I left off. Right. Oh no. I double clicked. Did not mean to do that. Anyways, I left off at right before I was going to read Monica's poem. But yeah. Let's get into it. Monica's poem. I hope there's no more poems after this. I don't want 7 episodes of poems. No, I have not. I've been too invested in reading poems. Being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It's gotta be it. It's the words. The words I pick that determine what these lines or what lines are said. Yeah, who knows? After reading that devastating news of her reading books to feel like she has friends, and reading this, it's pretty sad. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. Yay, poem number 4 of this day. No, 3, because I didn't read Sayori's last episode. Because she just left before I could. Oh, is this more of the playing with space? The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift, the sky, victim of currents of the wind. Of the currents of the wind. Day after day, I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky? Right? I don't know. I'm just gonna say twilight. Anyways. Until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall, even gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Wouldn't her knowing what I'm thinking just prove that she exists? It's not really an impossibility. I'll just ignore that. Hmm. Anika's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're too afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, you'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Yay! Is it the fact that she said you three? What? I'm confused. Is it because she just foreshadowing? I don't know if this is inner monologue, but I'm going to read it. That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. She's not going to say anything, is she? Okay. Poetry pamphlets. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Yes, my job. that I believe I get to pick. Yeah, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. Can I just pick? Please? Everyone looks straight at me. Alright. I can't remember who it was that my friend picked for this one. Because I know he picked Natsuki for one of the tasks. I'm not picking her. Well, I shouldn't really pick either of these two, since they're both doing the same thing. So, I guess the only choice I really have is Yuri. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. Ooh, I should have probably saved. Huh. I'll probably just go back through my save after and just put a save in the spot anyways, just in case. And then just load the last save I do. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki at the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. My house. Yeah. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof, even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. There's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen? Whoa. Or is it too early for this? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over much like we've done in the past. Why is the music gone? Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I don't like where this is going. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Okay, perfect. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like... Oh, wait, never mind. I don't need to read that. Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animal and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. I don't even know why I didn't read that. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. Sayori smiles, shaking her head. Punishment. I don't really think expressing feelings is selfish. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. Ow. I don't know if hitting the loud mic made a noise or not, or hitting the mic made a loud noise or not. Sorry if it did. Sayori gives me an empty smile. Oh. No. Hmm. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Yeah, that is not something you should laugh about. Oh. Tears streak down Sayori's face. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pulled her into a tight embrace. Sayori isn't oh my god. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. But all I want is for her to know that I care. I don't know if my cat's being picked up on the mic, but sorry if it is. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. Hold on, I have to let my cat out real quick. Alright, sorry about that. I probably won't cut it out because it wasn't that long, but anyways, back to the sad moment. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Alright. That is where I am going to end today. I'm going to leave this spot for that other save I'm supposed to add. But yeah. Continue off here in the next episode.